So I'm gonna talk about today's play. This is the SPY chart for today. We gapped higher and we gapped higher to 210, 210 plus. And I said, I know we're gapping higher and everybody thinks we're gonna make a new high. I'm more bearish as we're gapping up into this area, that strong resistance. So I'm not a buyer this morning and I'm focusing on the gap downs. The only thing is the gap down list, as you can see here, is very short slash maybe poor also. So GXP was the one that gap here to 28.5, and I don't like it as a short at 28.5, and we talked about it. I'm going to show you again. First of all, is it's gapping into support, and that's a big number for a 28.5. Look how many times we visited 28.5. It's what I call a missile launcher. When we touch 28.5, we just shoot to the moon, and yeah, on this day it did. On March it went to 32.5. This is really a strong buying zone. A second reason that I'm not looking to short this is the 200 MA, which is the pinkish red line here. I use the 200 MA on the daily. That's a very close number to a Fibonacci number, and that's my guide to decide for support and resistance, and also to have a bias for the stock. So in this case, we're gapping down to this 200 and this support. The bias at the open, I think this should, it belongs to the upside, and it should aim lower. I'm not going to try and short it, even though it did give a 1 minute sell signal here. Okay, so we're running higher from 28.5, the big number, and then here's the first sell signal. I'm not taking the first sell signal because I should be a buyer down here, remember. So I'm looking at this, and this pulls back. This is a pullback. As if you want to be a buyer, this is your chance. 28.73, and I talked about it. 28.73 and 28.55 is a stop. I didn't take this as a long, but this, if you wanted to be a buyer this morning on that GXP, here is the opportunity. Looking at the 1 minute, and then if you grabbed anything on the two, I don't know if we got any signal on the two. No, this just went. So 29. I know Kevin here got 29 over 29, or he got it down here. I'm not sure where. But he played it and he took it to 29, 30, I believe, somewhere there. And that's where we come in. So now it wasn't a short at the open, it was a long, and it worked. If we took it or not, it doesn't matter. Now we're looking at it at GXP as a short opportunity. And I started some here on this 2 minute chart. I said I'm going to start with some and place my stop up here. I did that, and that didn't work. We're getting closer to that 20 MA on the 2, and the 8 wasn't far away, so I said I'm gonna try some here. Obviously this thing decided to go higher, and that's okay. So I took half an hour of a loser here, and then when it reached 30, and now we have to go back to the daily chart, and that's what we call a G area. That's where buying becomes selling. So $30, that was the number when we actually switch hands. So this is the area. Down here you want to be a buyer, and up here you want to be a seller. So looking to the left, obviously. So looking at this 5 minute chart, this is the trigger. That's where we started. I started with half. That's when I posted at 29.89, under 89, and the stop is high the day plus few pennies, and then the ad was under 70, and the stop was the same. My average was 77 on this. So we got paid on the first half. We got to 29. I got some at 35, and now we're looking to get paid some more. We moved the stop lower. We managed it from 30.05 to 29.90, and now I'm using the 20 MA on the 5 as a trade. So nice trade. This could have been bigger if it just went too low the day already. It might do it. We don't know. I'm going to try and stay in it as much as I can, as much room as I can give it. And I think 29.60 is not enough, never enough. I want to give it more, but again, I cannot give back too many of the profits. I cannot just give it 2 or 3 hours to go against me at this point. So basically, it was a 5 minute setup that didn't set up as we like, but what we expect to see is a one beautiful candle with a topping tail, um, or a hanging man, or whatever they call it. And it didn't come. That's why we played at half size and then added as it's going our way. Um, so this is the GBX play, and it's one play, or we can call it two plays on the same stock, and that's because it's the only one that looks decent today, really the only one. If you look at the rest, especially the gap ups, I wasn't interested in buying anything. But so let's look at that here at the CC. That was the big gap, so we don't play that. I know it's working. But again, if something is not a short for me, it's a long. But CC, I'm gonna stay out. That's a spin-off. I'm staying out of this. The Tiva that was gapping down was positive, negative. When this happens, I'm not interested in not watching this. The Moss is a great example of not fighting that zone. So gap into 25, but look to the left. Look what's there. So don't be a buyer. Don't be a seller in a buying zone. That's a key lesson in trading, really. And most people, most novice traders will do that and fight the trend or fight support or resistance. And that's the day. And this is only the beginning of it. We have the whole day. It's only 12 o'clock. Just a quick lesson on GXP, and you can really learn a good lesson from it. And if you have any questions, you can always send me an email or ask right here if you want.